The 3 signs God wants you to wait, not walk away. In the last video, we explored 4 signs you may have already met your soulmate, even if you didn't realize it yet. Some of you commented that you now see someone in your life differently, with new eyes. But what happens when you feel that someone could be the one, and yet things aren't moving forward? The relationship isn't growing, conversations are stalling, and heaven seems silent. Should you give up or keep waiting? This is one of the most painful tensions in love, because waiting is not natural. We live in a culture of now, instant meals, instant replies, instant gratification. But God doesn't work on our schedule. He works on eternity's clock. Sometimes his answer is not yes or no. Sometimes his answer is wait. But how do you know if waiting is God's will or just wasted time? Tonight we're going to uncover 3 clear signs that God is asking you to wait, not walk away. Before we dive in, I want you to declare something in faith type in the comments right now. I trust God's timing, because that's the heart behind this message. And remember, at the end of this video, don't just click away, leave a rating from 0 to 10. It helps this word spread farther than we can imagine. Sign 1, silence but with peace. The first sign, God is silent, but peace still surrounds your heart. There are 2 kinds of silence. One is the silence of absence. The other is the silence of presence. The silence of absence leaves you restless, fearful, unsure. The silence of presence is quiet, but you still feel held like a child sleeping in a parent's arms. Isaiah says, "In quietness and trust is your strength." When God wants you to walk away, his spirit convicts you strongly. Your heart churns, you can't rest. Something feels off. But when he wants you to wait, the silence doesn't crush you. It calms you. You may not have answers, but you do have peace. Let me tell you a story. A young woman once prayed desperately for a word about her relationship. For months, she begged God for clarity. Should she stay or should she leave? Heaven was silent. Yet strangely, whenever she considered walking away, she felt a peace that whispered, "Stay still. Don't rush. Don't run." Later, she discovered that her partner was in a season of healing and growth. Had they married too quickly, the relationship might have failed. But by waiting, both became stronger, more mature, more ready. God's silence is not always abandonment. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is preparation. If you've ever experienced silence but still felt peace, comment peace in the waiting. Sign 2, doors are closed but not locked. The second sign, the doors in your life are closed but not locked. When God wants you to walk away, doors slam permanently. There's no peace, no hope, no opening. But when he wants you to wait, the doors may be closed for now, but you sense they're only shut temporarily, like a pause button, not a stop sign. Revelation 3:8 reminds us, "See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut." Think about Joseph in Genesis. He was betrayed, sold into slavery, thrown into prison. Every door looked closed. Yet God wasn't saying no to his dreams. He was saying, "Not yet." At the right time, Pharaoh called Joseph out, and in a single day, he went from prisoner to ruler. I once spoke with a man who loved a woman deeply, but life tore them apart. Different careers, different cities, impossible timing. For years, he thought it was over, but somehow he could never erase her from his prayers. Years later, their paths crossed again. This time, the timing aligned. Today they're married, and they say with confidence, God didn't say no. He said not yet. Closed doors don't always mean rejection. Sometimes they mean redirection. Sometimes they mean preparation. So if opportunities seem delayed but not destroyed, if you sense God saying wait instead of walk away, don't give up hope. A closed door today may swing open tomorrow in God's perfect timing. Comment this. Not yet is not no. Sign 3, growth before the gift. The third sign, God is growing you before giving you the gift you've prayed for. Sometimes the waiting isn't about the other person, it's about you. Or maybe it's about both of you. James teaches, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. A blessing given too soon can become a burden. Think of giving car keys to a child. They're not ready yet. The car is a blessing, but in the wrong season it becomes dangerous. In the same way, God withholds certain blessings until we are strong enough to carry them. I knew a couple who once tried dating too early. It was full of arguments, immaturity, impatience. They broke up hurt and bitter. Both thought the relationship was dead. But during their time apart, God worked. He matured their patience. He healed their wounds. He deepened their faith. Years later, when they crossed paths again, they said, we weren't ready then, but God was making us ready. Maybe you feel overlooked, delayed, forgotten. But waiting is not wasted time. Waiting is training time. God is shaping your character, your patience, your faith. He's teaching you how to love in His way, not the world's way. So don't despise the season of waiting. See it as preparation. Because when the gift finally comes, you'll be ready to cherish it, not crush it. If you believe God is preparing you in this season, type God is preparing me. So maybe the delays in your life aren't punishments, maybe they're preparations. Waiting is never easy. It stretches your faith, tests your trust, refines your patience. But waiting is not the absence of God's love, it's the evidence of it. Psalm declares, wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. A pause is not a period. A delay is not a denial. God's timing is perfect. And when He finally opens the door, you'll see why He asked you to wait. Let's recap the 3 signs that God may be asking you to wait, not walk away silence, but wrapped in peace. Doors closed but not destroyed. Growth before the gift. If you recognize these in your season, don't quit. Don't run. Wait, because God is working behind the scenes. Declare it in the comments, I will wait on the Lord's timing. And subscribe right now so you won't miss the next message, because next time we'll talk about something deeply encouraging. 5 signs God is preparing your heart for true love. If you've been waiting, maybe God is already shaping your heart for the love you've prayed for. End with hope. Remember, God's delays are not denials. His pauses are not punishments. They are preparations.